that I found. First one, classic pub quiz question. What's the only flag that isn't the quadrilateral? And it's Nepal, with its sun and moon and strange shape. But up until 1962, it was even weirder because the sun and the moon had little faces. Not that far away from Nepal is Bhutan, the dragon kingdom. This is Druk, the dragon, who's cooler than the Welsh dragon, I have to say. He's holding 4 jewels representing the wealth of Bhutan. Next one I want to talk about is Mozambique, one of the most violent flags currently in existence, with its Burke Hoe and AK-47 with a bayonet attached to it. This next one requires a bit of explaining. This is the incredibly difficult to pronounce Nagorno-Karabakh. At the end of, when the USSR broke up, Azerbaijan and Armenia fought over this area here, which is now separate from the rest of Armenia, but identifies as Armenian, and they illustrated it, to this day, with this flag. Does anyone fancy going Space Invaders? Or Minecraft even, absolutely. That's the easiest flag to make in Minecraft, let me tell you that. Okay, so then we have one of the most violent flags in the history of the world. This flag of the Benin Empire, currently part of Nigeria, and yes, that does depict a nude man cutting the head off another nude man. On to the happiest flag in the history of the world. This is the North Caucasian. This existed in what is modern-day Chechnya. It was an Islamic state that existed for a short time during the Russian Revolution. So that's historical flags, and now we'll move on to regional flags. So have a look at a few US flags. Ohio there being cocky, not being rectangular. Maryland in the bottom left, just being psychedelic. And Oregon, the only US state flag which is two-sided. Hello, Mr. Beaver. Moving on to Europe, this is the flag of Veneto, where you'll find Venice. Not so much a flag, more of a tapestry. They just went completely crazy with that one. You've got all the different flags of all different countries, and then someone in Coquimbo in Chile, someone found Photoshop effects, I think, for that one. You do see a few flags which use weird Photoshop effects, sort of like weird, funky, modern ones. Taipei or Taiwan has got absolutely loads of them. You've got Kaohsiung on the right there. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This lovely ribbon pattern. We've got Taipei top left and New Taipei on the bottom. And this is one of my favourites. This is Zheleznogorsk in Russia. There's a big nuclear facility there, so they've gone for a bear fighting an atom. And I think the bear's winning. And I apologise for this next one. This is a horrible one. This is Antwerp. In Belgium. Antwerp soldiers used to paint this on their shields to freak the enemy out. That's a lie. But other city flags, you have to go to Canada for some really weird ones. You've got top left Calgary with its cowboy hat. Clear Hills, clearly an area of opportunity, only flag I've ever seen with a pun. Bonneville with its jet fighter and oil well, and the municipality of By James with a snowy owl being electrocuted by 3 lightning bolts. Pensacola in Florida, someone just went completely mad here and just had all the flags because it's been, at some point in its history, ruled by either the French, Spanish, Americans, British, or the Confederate States of America. Other US city flags, you've got Harker Heights, which is rubbish, Pueblo, which is sponsored by TVAM, Elko, which is a late 80s TV production company, and the less said about Inglewood, the better. But easily the most rubbish, spectacularly rubbish flag is the unfortunately named Provo in Utah. I have not made that up to prove it. There's the mayor of Provo. This is not the flag of the photocopier company. This is an actual city flag. But I just want to finish off with possibly, I think, my 2 weirdest, very close to home, the Isle of Man, with its triskelion, this ancient Celtic symbol, which has been reappropriated by Christians to mean the Trinity. But I've got one that's weirder than that. Not only does it have the triskelion, it has 3 ears of wheat coming out of the middle, a Medusa head on top, and the Medusa head has wings. This is the flag of Sicily. It is a mobile, self-sufficient, flying death machine. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes my list of weird flags. Thank you very much.
Take down the Union Jack. It clashes with the sunset.